As far as today's topic is concerned, when we change ourselves, we change the way we try and think about everything outside and create a new reality. Adaptability is not just a skill, it's a strategy, a mindset we can say that positions us not only to weather the storm of change, but to dance in the rain of innovation, ensuring perpetual readiness for the evolving job market. Being adaptable in the job market means being ready for change, which is a law of nature. It is just like having a toolkit of skills and a positive attitude that lets us adjust to new things quickly. First of all, for that, I would like to invite Mr. Pankaj Rai, and his profile is very rich. I have read it, and I am sure that you will be delighted to know his profile. He is working currently as a Group Chief Data and Analytics Officer with Aditya Birla Group right now, and he is having more than 30 years of rich experience, and he has worked with Standard Chartered Bank, ICICI Bank, E Capital, Dell, and all. Sir, I welcome you on the stage to share your valuable insights.
My father is already giving you a lot of plans this morning. So I'm wondering what can I do with you? So what I thought I do with you is share with you what I did with my daughter 5 years ago. So she will go to college. And my wife saying that you keep giving a lot of plans to other people. Now it's your turn, your daughter will go to college. You can tell her what career advice she can gather because of that life. So I suppose I will talk to you about the career advice that I gave to my daughter, and I think I will provide it over the years, and hopefully some of that will be relevant to you. Just so you know my background. My father is who he is. That's the background that I grew up in. Very driven person. I'm totally the opposite of him. I have no drive. So I think that's what happened. So the next generation is very different from the other. My daughter is even less driven. She has no major interest in aspiration. So I think my advice to everyone is to figure out what is relevant to you and what you get inspired by. There will also stories around you from all over. Let those relevant parts of the story that you can relate to become your story. Because what tends to happen is you are tend to be told by your fathers, grandfathers, uncles and aunts on what you should be doing. I suppose they are all really well-meaning people, but not necessarily what everyone thinks you should do is what you should be doing. So my story is what my father's junoon to get into IIT made me and my brother also go to IIT because as you can see in story, he's someone who's very given. He gets to all the goals. Well, frankly, didn't have any goals, but my father had goals that me and my brother should go to IIT, so we both went there. After that, we stopped, and after writing SOP statement of purpose to go abroad, which is what many people do, I was confirmed that I had no decision, incentive or interest in doing engineering. So I said I can't do engineering, so I went and did an MBA. And then worked in various places. I was at ICICI and many places. So what have I learned in the last 30 years and what do you think is going to happen in the next 30, which is your life? And I will try to give some thoughts to share with you. So what I did was, since I was an MBA, I think we are expected to make frameworks. So I was trying to create a framework, which I also remember and I can also pass on to others. For all of you are in management, you know of frameworks like 4P of marketing and 7 under strategy and all that. So my framework will be the 5C framework for career management. So now frameworks are better to be derived because being an engineer, I believe everything should be derived. Otherwise, why should you listen to a 4P or a 7P? So I thought, how do I derive this framework? So I thought maybe my daughter was going to study economics. So I said, let me derive based on first principles of supply and demand. If I am able to project, what are some of the things that will be short supply in future? Maybe if you acquire those qualities, it will be good for you. Because that's what they say, that whatever is in short supply should have high demand. So what I looked at was, I looked at some 3 trends that I saw in my lifetime of 20 years and tried to determine what is going to be short supply. I think the first one which comes to mind is, everyone has spoken here about inclusive growth and globalization and so on. I think globalization and all these free trade that happen in the 80s around the world really supposed to lift economic growth. If you were to look at the start of economic growth, it actually has done a lot of more growth has been created over the years. $1 trillion companies around, well, billion around, so a lot of things have happened. But what has not happened is that growth hasn't trickled down. You've all heard about trickle down effect and so on and so forth. So the equitable sharing of growth hasn't happened. So usually corporations use this my projection is that in future, I think all this globalization is likely to get reversed. And which we are already seeing that is happening. People are going to close down borders. All the ideas about Atmanirbhar, when you look around, everyone is talking about themselves. People are not necessarily talking about everyone else. People are all sort of becoming a lot more selfish. And the reason for that is that the whole promise of globalization and free trade has only made the rich richer and the poor poorer. We are more billionaires, we are more $1 trillion companies, but there are still so many people under $2 there. So therefore, my prediction is that the future will be less inclusive, people thinking about the future always. So that's the supply side of it. So what's the demand? What does the word mean? I think it is very clear if you look at the public sector or the government side, every activity requires collaboration. You talk about climate change, terrorism, any topic you pick up, no one person, no one individual, no country can do that. So that's the public sector side of it. If you look at the private sector side of it, all the big companies, they're all ecosystem. Everything is collaborating, nothing is the island. Right? So very clearly, in my understanding, the demand both of the government sector and of the private sector is all about collaboration, people coming together, thinking about things together, while the supply side is all in the other direction. So therefore, the first C, in my opinion, which is in short supply, and I think should be in high demand based on what I see, is to be compassion. And compassion is all about thinking about everyone else and not about yourself. I think some of the speakers in the morning also spoke about don't have an objective function which is just about you. Like what can I get? Let the objective function be more inclusive, more compassionate about the environment, about many others. Because if you have another objective function, it's much more likely that you will be able to go farther. If you have a very small objective function, you will optimize it and then the local optimization function. So first is compassion to my mind. If you are like that, who's thinking about everyone and everything else, over a longer term, I think you'll be better off than the next person who probably not with that. The second one is related to choices. In my again generation, in my dad's generation, very few choices. We were engineer, doctor, chartered accountant, 2 or 3, and frankly, if you didn't catch any of those trends, you were just lost. And that's what I think your parents or your elders will impose on you, that just become an engineer or a doctor, because we have all grown through a scarcity economy where toothpaste were also 4 small and cars were also in Riser and Fiat and scooters were also in that time. Everything was just maybe 2 choices. Even in marriage, I was told, you meet this in my current wife. If no problem, you just get married, right? They want to meet choices in anything. And frankly, life worked out well because there was very few choices. Whatever you get, you were grateful and you were happy. So that has changed. I think all of you are faced with hundreds of thousands of choices. And that is also leading to a lot of complication because whatever you choose, you think someone else got a better choice. Or you can change. So there's a lot of ADHD, there's some amount of mental illness, and I think all of that is given by old mental model being applied to the new context. So the old mental model was trend spotting. Spot the trend, catch the trend. But if there are so many thousands of things, there is no trend, what do you do? So again, my view is that in that, the second C, which I think is in short supply, which I think is more required, is conviction, which is believing yourself. So you can't be spotting trends, but you can be creating trends by figuring out what you are good at. So more look inward, look at what you are good at. And you can create the trend. I mean, look at all the entrepreneurs around you. I don't think they were spotting trends. They were trends setters. So I think instead of trend spotter, old mental model for scarcity economy, trend setter, new mental model for a abundant economy. That's where you are. So I think you want to be experimenting and figuring out what you are good at and finding your own conviction on where you can contribute, what's your ticket to play. So that's the second C, which is your own conviction, your belief system, what this spotting a trend is. Yes, so what is? Why do you want to spot something which is already being done? Why would you want to do something which is possible to be done by you only? The third C, I think, is related to the linearity of the world that we are in. Technology was slow. I used to be a Six Sigma person. That was a thing when we would say do continuous improvement. So we do some small improvement, you're better than the others. So Toyota Motor Company pioneered this whole continuous improvement, and they became the best car company in the world that time. Then Tesla came along and they said you don't need to have an IC engine in a car, you can run a their factory. So I think what is happening with lots of new technologies coming in, the linearity has gone away. World has become far more, connected. And therefore the third C to me is creativity. You can't think linearly. You have to be far more creative. Right? So the compassion, and then this conviction, and then creativity. So these are the 3 C's which I felt based on the trends that I'm observing, which are very critical. I shared this thesis with my daughter and with my wife, and we were reasonably happy because it's a fairly, well thought through and all that. But 2 years, 3 years later, I asked my daughter, do you remember what those 3 C's are? And she was, of course, forgot me. And and that always happens, children forget what they do. So I thought, like a good product manager, that maybe this product has some flaws, maybe I need to add two more features. So I did two more C's and created a more like a circular framework of thinking about life and career for you. So to me, the starting point actually is curiosity. Unless you are curious, asking questions, trying to expand your horizon, I think nothing's right. So if you are curious, then the second C is compassion, which means think about and ask about as many questions, include as many variables in your objective function. So that's curiosity leading to compassion. And then compassion should ideally lead to your own conviction. Or where do I play here? What am I good at? And where can I contribute? That conviction, next comes creativity. That when you are in the flow, when your creativity flows and you do something. And the last C then becomes communication. That if you've done something, share it with others. If you're a product manager, launch a product, give me an idea, share it with someone else. And then you get feedback, then you go back to curiosity. So to me now this 5C framework is becoming my way of expressing what I think anyone can think about. It's not for my daughter, I think it's for me, it's for you, for anyone else, based on my own understanding. That being curious, therefore leading to compassion, finding your conviction, your creativity, communication, and then time going round and round. And I think that's what I think my thinking and framework has been so far. So thank you. I think my time anyway took an hour and a half. I think I would rather do it in 10-15 minutes. My key lessons there. If there is a need for any question and answer, I can do that, but I'll have to otherwise go. I wasn't supposed to be here. I just came to accompany my dad, and then I think I was asked to sort of settle with this, and I think thank you.
Students, if you have any questions, you are most welcome to ask from Mr. Becker, sir. Any questions?
My other you know the answer. I think another question.
But apparently, yes, there is definitely a whole lot of difference between when I heard realize and when I hear you. Thank you. I'm definitely 15 years way younger than you with my career, but what you have said is something that we really learn about, we talk about it. We structure that in but thanks for giving that advice. I don't remember it. I forgotten already. But I remember at last thesis, I will definitely remember it. It was pleasure hearing you. Thank you so much.
So I have a question from the audience. Are there any specific skills or traits that are particularly crucial for individuals to navigate a rapidly changing job landscape? We want your insights over this.
Initially, I was in the field of consulting. I started off with consulting. Then I became a banker, and now I'm in the field of data analytics. So many times, I'm asked that, what kind of data science or what kind of data science tools can I get to get a job? And I think that's a good starting point. I think everyone wants to study to get a job. But I think what at least I have been learning in my experience is that all of these tools and techniques that are there, they are usually there to solve a problem. So what is happening with the advent of technology is that problems are getting solved, by many other ways. So problem solving is not the most critical skill anymore. I think our entire education system has asked us to solve problems. And we all sometimes very proudly say that I'm a problem solver, I love problem solving. I think what will be the defining feature of the future 30 years will be the problem definition. What problem is worth solving? Because once you can define ChatGPT or Alexa will solve it for you. So I think in our own company, when we are trying to drive this whole culture of transformation and business improvement and so on and so forth, the way we are articulating this whole approach is to say there are three layers in which to think about: your ways of thinking, your ways of working, and then your ways of doing. I think this doing has been far more focused on. Problem solving is all lying there. But the thought process of what is worth solving, what can I do next, I think that's very, very critical. That requires imagination, creativity, humanity, that may or may not lie in the world of engineering. This whole middle layer of ways of working, collaborating with other people, with other individuals, other organizations. So a lot of these two pieces I think will play a much bigger role in future. I think a lot of people today believe that getting just a technical skill will be good enough. But I think that will become very commoditized. A lot of people will have it. I think the winners will be who have the ability to sort of experiment with their thought process, in creatively thinking of new ideas, and the ability to again connect the dots and work in different ways. So in our company, we work with startups, we work with academic institutions, we partner with so many different people. So I think that try to develop your social side much more, because this technical side of technical work. But a lot more people will be required to use that technology and try to come up with ideas how this soft part sometimes get missed out because everyone is going after STEM courses and technical courses. There also they are trying to solve problems. I do think that the problem defining and creatively solving them will become very critical. And some of those things, I don't think in our education system, I run my engineering MBA. I don't think we have been taught those things well enough. I think they would focus on that, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. So far, to sum up, we can say sir has focused mainly on supply and demand, spot the trend and catch the trend. That was our punchline, I can say. And we focused on 5 C's as well: curiosity, compassion, conviction, creativity, and communication. So I thanks on behalf of MMIT, I just to sir. Sir, I request Director Ma'am to give a memento of token to respected sir.
वो ले लेना जी जी
A round of applause for sir. Thanks for coming, sir. So today's second lecture we have from Ms. Ravina we have with us, and she is having more than 15 years of experience. She has worked with Reliance Communication, she has worked with Nokia, Global Mobility, and right now she is working with Technic FMC as a manager HR services. She is from HR department, and her specializations include Six Sigma, Green Belt, NLP practitioner, global mobility, HR operations, HR share services, people and culture, and quality. I welcome Ms. Ravina to share her valuable insights with all of us. Welcome, ma'am. The stage is all yours.
Hi everyone. Hello. आवाज नहीं आ रही है दोस्तों? Okay. Guys, 16 years back, honestly, I used to be that side. I don't have as much experience as Mr. Pankaj Rai or Dr. V.N. Rai, but apparently I'm one of you, and 16 years back, trust me, when these sessions used to happen, 2 days, they drain us out, right? Don't they? First half, मैं सामने के रो में बैठी हूँ. Second half, lunch के बाद, मैं पीछे के रो में बैठी होती थी. और मैं घड़ी देखती थी, हमें 4 बजे हॉस्टल में चाय देती थी. तब हमारे पास WhatsApp तो होता नहीं था. And we used to be like, we used to message, चाय पिएंगे. आज 4 की जगह ना 6 बिस्किट खाने पड़ेंगे, बहुत पका दिया. Honestly, trust me, I know these sessions can be very draining. Very, very draining. One thing which I did not understand back then, and which I have just recently realized, why are these sessions important? For you guys, yes, you would know that these sessions are important because people from the industry are coming, and that's what your teachers would say, or professors would say. The teachers are coming, or your dean would say. People are coming from the industry. See how they talk. Look at the new trend. Why are we coming? Any thoughts? Why are we coming? हम क्यों आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे? Teacher, and listen, this is going to be interactive. I can't speak monologue. मैं बहुत बात नहीं हूँ, मुझे बात करना पसंद है, तो आप लोगों को मुझसे बात तो करनी पड़ेगी. So any one of you, or else I'm going to randomly pick one of you and say. Even the teachers, I'm so sorry, I might just pick anyone. So nobody? Let me see. Yeah, the first row, you. Yeah, you. Why do you think it's important? Why are we coming? No, why are we coming? हम क्यों आ रहे हैं? हमारा क्या फायदा है? वो तो आपका फायदा है ना? Yeah, okay. Future goals. Sit. I'm not your teacher. Anyone else? No one? Back row. Nobody? I'll come later. I have 15 minutes. Okay, anyone from the teacher fraternity would want to say why do we come here and why do we come here to deliver? Why are we investing our Saturdays or Sundays or weekdays and giving this time? You know why? I think I figured it out. I come here because right now, for you people, we are your employers. We are your future employers. What we see, we think Mangalmay is going to be a brand. We look at you people, we look at you and pick few of you in our mind, and we go back and we say, possible. And that's the benefit for all of you. What is our benefit? You are the future. You're the future for the society, for the economy that is there. We want to have a better retirement. We want to have better social goals. We want to stay in a better society. And that is why we come and we give you our experiences so that you understand beyond Philip Kotler. You understand beyond the books. And you open up your minds so that our future is more safe. So trust me, it's a mutually benefiting session. If we start speaking to each other, it's going to be more benefiting for us. Otherwise, क्या है? PPT रन होगी, ये PPT मैं लेके चली जाऊंगी और इतना भी कुछ नहीं है. Chat GPT और Google करोगे, LinkedIn करोगे, सब मिल जाएगा. There is nothing rocket science that I will be able to say. Mr. Pankaj Rai, he has really wrapped up the entire life philosophy in just 5 C's. And trust me, it was very eye-opening even for me. I take that back today when I go back in the session. But did you people even recollect those 5 C's? Keep them handy. Trust me, that's going to be really very useful to all of you for your future. Okay. Quick question. How many of you are bikers here? Bike चलाते हैं? बस एक? सब गाड़ी चलाते हो क्या? कि बाइक चलाते हो ना? Very nice. कोई गया है लेह लद्दाख की ट्रिप पे? जाना है? पक्का? रूट पता है किसी को? रूट पता है मतलब बता दो ना यहाँ से कहाँ जाना है? थोड़ा बहुत? गूगल मैप पर गूगल मैप में मेन स्टेशंस पता है? स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट? अगर दिल्ली से जा रहे हो दिल्ली टू चंडीगढ़, चंडीगढ़ टू मनाली, मनाली में रेस्ट एंड देन फिर लेके. क्यों रुकते हैं मनाली पे? Why do we stay in Manali? Body adjust करने के लिए, adapt करने के लिए, acclimatize करने के लिए, right? Acclimatization, adaptability. What do you understand by the word adaptability? I gave you a very simple example. Adaptability. This body is getting adapted to what? The situation that you have just reached. Yeah? Okay. Now, just do this to the corporate. When I joined 16 years back, there was no LinkedIn, there were no tools. I joined it as a HR VP. I went into talent acquisition and I was supposed to hire people. Correct? So when I started hiring people, what was my way of hiring? Naukri.com? Where are you guys finding jobs these days? So just imagine that LinkedIn would have come. What was my situation? Difficult? I did not know LinkedIn. Correct? Every day I was struggling to do LinkedIn. I had to adapt. 16 years and what hasn't really changed is the sense of always taking a chance to the changes. To all of this, adaptability really is the secret sauce. When there is a change, there is a chance to learn something new. Right now, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. But 10 years back, there was nothing like ChatGPT, there was nothing like artificial intelligence. We had no fair clue about that somebody someday is going to make a PPT for us in 20 minutes. We have 10, 20 jobs. And today it's a matter of 20 minutes. Does that mean with all the technology boom that is there, our jobs are getting more irrelevant? Are we losing out on jobs? Yes or no? What are your thought process? We are losing out on jobs? Is there more unemployment because of technology? Okay. So you are saying a bottle, a glass is full half. I'm saying a glass is, you're saying glass is half empty. I'm saying glass is full half. आप वही चीजें नहीं कर रहे हो। मैं 16 साल पहले बैठ के रात के 8 बजे तक I used to take out offer letters manually. Now I have a tool which just takes it out. You know what I do? I speak to business leaders, I speak to the business teams, I create a strategy. I got into more niche jobs. I started doing things, I started having a more versatile career. Right? When your mundane jobs are being replaced by the technology or by the AI, what you get eventually is a very clean job that you have to do. We know in the container manufacturing industry now there are robots, who are doing those packaging. And yes, a certain person of the jobs have been displaced. But those jobs have been replaced by the hired jobs. And for that, what do you have to do? So, corporate is also. Charles Darwin को याद होगा सबको? Charles Darwin?
Yes.
Charles Darwin, no? Charles Darwin, who said survival of the fittest?
Yeah.
Darwin theory, how we evolved from ape to human beings. So, survival of the fittest. Corporate is nothing but a bad rat race game. It is a rat race game and everyone there is competing with each other. आज दोस्तों में मार्क्स कम आ जाते फर्क नहीं पड़ता ना 5% मार्क्स 5 मार्क्स कम आ गए कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता जस्ट इमेजिन परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे अगर 5% बोनस कम आया 5% bonus can be 1 lakh rupees less, it can be 25,000 rupees, it can be a lot less. It would start impacting everyone. So survival of the fittest is very important. And when you have to survive, it is not only about learning new things, it's also about your mental tenacity to stay. All of us will go through a very uncertain career in next couple of years. Me, you, everyone sitting here. It looks very rosy on the other side, but we also have our daily struggles. You will have your struggles starting as soon as campus placements, right? Remember, whoever is fit from here, from your heart, the person will really stick to the rat race. It's about how well balanced your entire career is. Invention, nobody is expecting you to invent anything. We can't be the Graham Bells of our generation. At least I can't. I'm a very mediocre person, very, normal, average student I have been. I can't invent things, but I can innovate. I can innovate new things in my work. I can do my work differently, and I can still be better at my work. Always look for versatile career. Pankaj Rai sir just mentioned, when we started off, we just had 5 options. Engineer ban jao, doctor ban jao, MBA kar lo, lag jao corporate mein. In your times, you people have options for versatile career. Data science, data analysis are something that we now plan to do in our careers. But you people have fresh minds which are just like, हिंदी में कहते हैं हिंदी रोटी आप लोगों का दिमाग अभी वैसा है you want to apply, you want to work, you want to switch your careers, you want to learn new things. If you think your learning is going to stop here, then trust me, all of you would fail. The day you think that your learning is going to stop, nobody is going to be successful. Wholesale for me. It's a continuous learning process. Everywhere, whether it's corporate, whether it's your relationship, whether it is with your friends, every place you're going to learn and keep your minds open. That is one of the things. And when you put all of these things together, it just leads to what? adapting to new situations, and the evolving job markets. Okay? Alright. So while we are talking about all of this, let's understand what are the key job trends. Market has changed in last couple of years. Okay? What do you think are the key job trends? क्या चल रहा है आज की डेट में मार्केट में? सबसे ज्यादा आपको क्या चल रहा है? आपके ब्रदर्स होंगे, आपकी सिस्टर होगी, आपके फादर, आपके पेरेंट्स. Everybody must be, working in corporate. What do you think are the key job trends? Anyone? No one. Can I hear? So you guys are aware what are the latest streams. Kudos to everyone. So understand, the job market is just getting into a roller coaster trends, and it is getting catchy. It is getting extremely different from what it was 10 years back and what it is now, and even more so post-pandemic. Post-pandemic things are completely changing. 3 years back, right? It's been 3 years since the first pandemic had hit us. Nobody spoke about remote work. Nobody spoke about how we can work from home and still be very productive. This is the new trend in the entire job market. किसी ने सुना है gig economy के बारे में? मैंने भी कभी सुना जब मैं presentation में था, I also heard it. But yeah, we know about it. What is gig economy? YouTubers. क्या वीडियोस बनाते हैं कौन है किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ एसोसिएटेड है फ्रीलांस करते हैं राइट freelancing work has really picked up a lot of you can be a freelance writer, you can be a freelancing copywriter, you can be doing a freelancing journalism, you could be doing a freelancing consulting HR, you could be doing brand marketing, freelancing, ways, doing whatever. But when a person is not associated with the organization and is doing his or her own job and doing consulting, somewhere is the difference. And for you people, for your generation, honestly, the doors are so open because you people do not carry that whole pressure of, like, what we Pankaj Rai was saying, the drive. The drive that we had, that we will stick to a job, no matter how bad it is. That drive for your generation is still lesser. The reason is because probably the whole social setup for you is much more stronger than what was there for us, which makes you more, I would say, more risk takers. आप लोग हमसे ज़्यादा risk ले सकते हो. नौकरी पसंद नहीं आई छोड़ते यार ब्लॉगिंग करते हैं कुछ भी कर लेंगे चल जाएगा. You people have options. We never had those options, and that's good for you people. One thing that now everybody is talking about, whether it is your college, whether it is your organization, is upskilling and reskilling. हमारे टाइम में हम कहते थे it was like more like a training, you're being trained to do a better job, you're trained to do a different job. No ways, it's not about training. It's now about your skills, what skills you have and what can you be upskilled in. Upskill, simple है, अपना जो आज ये स्किल है उसको अपस्किल कर दिया and reskill करना. मैं आज HR कर रही हूँ. Maybe tomorrow I start doing sales. I be the sales director. I have just reskilled myself from HR to sales. That's one of the ways of looking at it. And then, how many of us really go into LinkedIn or look into things? Are we aware of this term, EEI? अभी पीछे कुछ बहुत बड़ा कैंपेन चला था और बॉलीवुड एक्टर्स started writing about #Black Lives Matter. सुना था? सुना था? पढ़ा था ट्विटर पे Black Lives Matter and all. Diversity and inclusion. This is picking up as one of the biggest pillar in any organization. all the organizations are focusing on DEI. And when the organizations have started focusing on DEI, jobs are also opening in DEI. When we started, we have never thought of having a DEI manager in the organization. We now have those roles. What? The person looks, ensures that the diversity, inclusion, and the equity of the organization are well balanced. There are goals related to DEI, right? Let's see that Amazon. Amazon took a bold pledge in 2021 and it says it will increase the number of senior level females in tech and science by 30% over here. Why do you think they spoke about senior level females? आपके साथ आपके यहाँ पे लेट्स से आज 50% फीमेल्स बैठी हुई हैं आपकी फ्रेंड्स बैठी हुई हैं by the time it's a senior level why do you say it's only a male who is there what is it that the organization was not doing and that they decided to ensure that they change it in their trend you all are MBA BBA MBA students MBA इंडस्ट्री लॉ पढ़ा है अभी तक लेबर लॉज पढ़े मेटर्निटी बेनिफिट एक्ट तो पढ़ा ही होगा कल्चर कभी 3 महीने का अब 6 months है राइट why do you think women are not there at the senior level because women go through a different life cycle in their own personal life also which basically stops their career after a certain point of a time. What can organization do to invest in the women power so that there is enough women on the board? The organizations are looking at social governances also because people like you are very woke. People like you are very, very relevant today. They say, is my organization contributing towards the environment? Is my organization contributing to the social governances? And all of these things makes a company a brand. वरना काम करने के लिए तो बहुत कंपनीज हैं नोएडा सेक्टर 62 में कितनी कंपनीज बड़ी but why do you guys want to work with Deloitte why do people want to work with Accenture why do you want to work with all of these big firms because they have created a brand and a brand has been created also when they are looking into their employee social when they are looking at environment social and governance right so what has that led to it has opened up positions like CSR head ESG head ESG managers we never had that before and coming I will touch on the soft skills automation impact. We spoke about artificial intelligence, things where we have robots, we have all of these things. If you do not know how to use the artificial intelligence intelligently, it will not go anywhere. Soft skill. As much as the technology is getting advanced, how to represent that technology is still within you. It's about you speaking to each other. It's about you making that presentation. A robot is not going to come and make a presentation, right? A robot will not come and talk about the success stories. A robot can only probably, an artificial intelligence can only make a presentation and give it to you, but it will still be your mind dealing with a human on the other side where you have to, where they are going to work it out. They are going to be the people who are silent. One of the questions that was asked in the previous session to Pankaj was, what is the skill that you all need to really work on? Soft skills. It's soft skill because the first day when the company is going to walk in and they are going to talk to you, they are going to ask you, can you tell me what are fill quarter 7 C's, 7 P's कितने हो गए?
7 P's.
7 P's and 10 P's. I don't know.
7.
7 and thank you. He has not happened anymore, so you don't have to remember anything else. But 7 P's. Nobody's going to come and ask you that. It's about how confidently you are introducing yourselves. How confidently you are able to represent and say why you need this job. It is about what are your future goals. Is your career you're very clear. Marketing जाना है, sales जाना है, आधे लोग तो हम लोगों के बैच में इसी बात पे कंफ्यूज होते हैं, सर हमें sales नहीं करनी, हमें marketing करना है. Do you realize the differences between each streams? So, study hard, keep looking at the trend which is there, because when the employer comes in, the person is going to see how well you probably know the world around you and how well you can represent it. So soft skill is always the skill that at whichever level you are, you have to keep doing. Today when I go back and I look at my older videos or older statements that I have made, Facebook gives me that memory and I'm like, this can't be me. I could not have written these kind of things. Yes, because every person from age to age and years to years evolve. And when we evolve, it is the way we communicate and work in our Alright. So there are some things which you can see here. हम लोगों को कुछ नहीं पता होता था, हमारे प्रोफेसर बोलते थे कि ओके this is a good organization, चलेगा. You have Glassdoors, you have LinkedIn to check the reviews. These are basically the automation which has happened in you know what to do. Evolving skills and landscape, क्या है? Tech. Be more aware of the technology. Keep your soft skills brushed always. Have the digital literacy, and when we say digital literacy doesn't mean Instagram going live and waving at friends. No, that's not digital literacy. It's about understanding the data sciences. How well do you read data? So if you think your statistics is bad, start working on statistics and analysis. It is really going to help you in the organization. Start reading the data, what it is exactly like, and open up your mindset. Open up your mindset. ऐसे करने से नहीं खुलेगा. ऐसे करने से नहीं खुलता है. I wish खुलता होता. But yes, you know what? Keep your mindset open. Don't be stuck to the thing like मुझे तो दिल्ली में नौकरी करनी है, मुझे तो ये नहीं करना, मुझे वो नहीं करना. Keep your mindset very open. Be ready to fly if you need to fly. Right? Be ready to embrace the global lifestyle. And when we say that, start with little things. Start with little things. Start looking into what are the job trends in UK, in US, in Canada, in Australia. What is happening around the world? India may be at a different platform. India is globalized, has already globalized so much that sitting here we would know about everything. But look for that. Right? And then the green skills. Anybody knows about green skills? It's social governance. Right? Participating into the NGO. Participating into the corporate social responsibility. Every organization these days invests in corporate social responsibility because that's mandatory. Open up your eyes and mind to the environment and social governance. It's one of the areas which is going to happen, which is going to really happen. The way to get started is to quit and be right? Few things, just very few things. First things, you are in MBA, first year, second year, first year. Be clear with your own values, interests, and skills. Be very clear. Don't sway away by thinking that, oh, yeah, मार्केटिंग में ना 20,000 रुपए मिलते हैं, मैं वो वहाँ पे लॉन्ग सॉरी 20,000 was our time, 50,000, 60,000. Marketing gives 60,000 pay and sales to पूरा दिन maybe 35,000. No, if you're good in doing sales, go for your sales. If your interest lies in sales, go for sales. No matter what it is to you now. If you're really good at jobs, your own job, your own skill set, you will get paid more. Right? So be very clear about what you want. And At this stage of your life, do not value your job equals to a pay that you're going to get. Value your career more. To earn money, you can start doing it from your third, fourth year. But first 2 years, involve yourself into career and not into your job. What could be your potential careers? You may just do your MBA and say, you know what, I want to do blogging and get out of it. Tell your team, I don't want a job. I'm just going to pick up my camera and I'm going to do the blog. And you may be a successful blogger. But look into what you really want to do. Just don't start walking like this and say, oh, this is what my campus is bringing to me and this is what I have to do. Explore your own potential. Set yourself smart goals. मतलब अभी यहाँ बैठे हो तो ये मत सोचना कि अभी मैं प्रेसिडेंट बन सकता हूँ इंडिया का मतलब have realistic goals. You know, smart goals. Just have realistic goals that you really want to do. Think about becoming a manager. Think about doing some video, opening up your own entrepreneur, getting into more entrepreneurship, or doing whatever you people really think is more smart and achievable in the next 5 years. Develop a career plan and seek feedback continuously. If you remember what we said, you should have a curiosity, set your plan, go back and seek the feedback if you have really achieved. At times we have to give feedback to our own selves also. So sit, introspect and analyze that. Few things you must keep on doing for next couple of years and throughout your life. Network. Keep your networks open, be on the LinkedIn, keep talking to your seniors, keep talking to the industry people who come to you, keep connected with, once you even pass out, keep connected with your teachers and your professors. Stay very current. Understand the new trends, understand how the functionality works, social media, other technologies, everything that is available to you. And be agile. Agile is though the new way of doing things, but how I always project agile is how river is. River is always flowing, right? It has streams. Be agile, be like a river. Just be flowing in your own career. Don't get stuck to the things. Be ready to embrace new challenges, be ready to embrace new chances, and always keep on learning. Do not stop anywhere. That was it from my end. Thank you. I am Mangalmay. I will be signing it off. However, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and ask from them. No questions? All clear or all clear? Okay. All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable experience sharing with all of us. To sum up, we can say ma'am has delivered about various skills about CSR, corporate social responsibility, about smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. She also talked about learning is a continuous process. Students, please.
अरे बैठो
Students, please maintain the decorum.
बैठ जा सब
She talked about gig economy and she defined adaptability as a chance to learn something new. So that was very well from your side. We really appreciate. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jen Srivastava on the stage. He has got more than 15 years of experience and right now he is working with as a senior consultant with KPMG and her vision includes education and skilling practices. So that was all yours, sir. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. I was just listening to two of my panelists who were speaking about a lot of many framework and other things also, so I don't have much content to share with. So what I was just going through flyers which has been created for today's seminar. I was just wondering if one of the framework word curiosity. So this, sir, I will just take very informal way of interacting with the student. But this will surely have a message for them. So, getting the curiosity word, there is a flyer which has been circulated with families, and I hope every student have got this flyer. It says that this entire seminar has been sponsored by Northern Region Center, Indian Council of Social Science and Research. And the topic of our session says that adaptability, readiness for evolving job market. So my two questions to the audience, especially the MBA first year student. How many of us have really gone through that? Who are our sponsors? What they do? About the because some external agency, some external institute have sponsored this seminar in your campus. There must be some objective purpose. First of all, did anyone try to find out who is our sponsor? About is there any opportunity or something which we need to know about the sponsor? And also, the readiness for evolving job market. How many of us or the audience, the MBA first year students think that they are not ready for the job market or what threat they are seeing? I come from a consulting domain. Currently, I am working as a senior advisor to Government of India, working on a World Bank project, wherein we are directly working with ITIs. These ITIs are technical institutes. So basically, all the corporate work in two parts. One will be technical and one will be the service industry, which is also catered by a technology oriented, which comes from service industry, which is backward related to MBA college student. So these are my two opening questions. Any student who see a threat in their preparedness, their readiness, that whenever they will land for a job interview, what threat they are seeing? Yes, sir. Your name and your question. If a mic can be given to the student.
Very good afternoon, sir. My name is Tuti Tiwari. So, I'm not saying that I don't feel prepared for job market, but the thing is, as we all know that the change is the only constant, and technologies are continuously changing, and there's no guarantee that whatever technology I'm learning today, that would be trending in next 5 years. So, I feel my positions and job roles in danger. In that way, I can say, yeah, there is a threat to my skills and my abilities.
Any other question? So, Lalit sir is sitting in front row. So he know very well when I met him back in 2009, sir. At that time also the market was changing. At that time also there was some technology involvement was there. The problem is change will always be there, but what we forgot to focus on ourselves. There will be no phase coming in future when we can say that now the time has come and the technology has come which is going to stay for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. While navigating, the topic says the tech tsunami and navigating unemployment challenges. So while navigating the unemployment, the darkness of unemployment, the only solution is to focus on our skills. Nobody is going to fight your interview except you. So neither your relative, neither your mentor or professor. It's you who will land in the interview. It's only you who will face the question. The only thing which will make you to survive that 20 minutes, 30 minutes interview duration will be what you have been doing in 2 years in this campus. Also, apart from this fancy, I won't say fancy because someday it will add value and it is adding value to your entire career pedagogically. So this holding a laptop, there is too much in the laptop. So the question that you feel that a technology today will be a threat to your job, that is not possible. Whether we talk about artificial intelligence, it has also their own limitation. Because the people, the coding of the artificial intelligence is also done by the human being like us. So it's not going to eat your job unless and until we keep on skilling ourselves. And when we say skilling, it means that it's not about that today I learn a particular job role, particular skill, or a specialization, be it finance, marketing, or whatever specialization you would be opting in future. Things that we need to keep ourselves up skilling ourselves throughout the journey. Because as I have mentioned, the change will always there. Today technology is there, tomorrow some other domain or industry will speak, and then again you will feel threatened. So upskilling, and also there will be a time that you need to reskill yourself. So the solution lies in skilling, upskilling, and reskilling. So while approaching to your campus, I saw many SG colleges around. I visited, and thanks to Ravi sir, I visited this place after many years. Back then, if you remember, I don't know whether you remember or not. 10 years back, I have presented a paper in this college on Kingfisher case study. And I have also won some monetary award from this college also. So while coming on the way, so I see a lot many MBA colleges around. So which remind me that I don't remember the name of the wise person, but he says that whenever you find yourself on the majority side, and when I say majority side, that it's not you alone who will be passing out with a colored full degree out of this college. Many other students are sitting in their own respective campuses, the same set of companies, the same set of skills. So whenever you find yourself on a majority side, so we need to pause for a while, and we also need to rethink. Rethink in sense, there are some sort, I will mention one of them. The topic also says challenges for building a stronger India. So I don't think that our shoulder is too strengthened to build India. We just need to build ourselves stronger in terms of whatever capability we can. India will become stronger automatically if the generation passing out from similar campus, if they are well skilled. Like ma'am told that she's from HR. I also conduct interview on regular basis. But the problem what we are facing is, despite coming with an MBA degree from a good campus, from a good colleges, many students, like I'm sorry sir, because I need to highlight something. So many students on the day of interview, they polish their shoes, they dress up themselves, but for the entire phase of their life, while spending in 2 years in this campus, for example, still I can see many students are without dress. Keeping a beard also, navigation is not only about remembering the framework, navigation through the challenges of unemployment is not always work or laptop or the scaling and the certification. It also, you will feel that 20 minutes is very crucial because everyone will not get a call for interview. But when you get a call on that particular day, we do all clean, and I will come on gender wise also. We freshen up ourselves, but we feel very uncomfortable. Though we are looking good, but since we are not habitual of that, we feel very uncomfortable. आज दाढ़ी बनाया ठीक तो लग रहा हूँ, आज बड़े दिनों बाद दाढ़ी कटाई ठीक तो लग रहा हूँ, कोट पहना है तो खुद भी ऐसे ऐसे. When our focus will be on something else rather than our interview, what questions the interviewer is going to ask, what kind of, because there are many instances when I interact with a student, this is the question पूछा था मुझे आता था पर मैं बोल नहीं पाया. So मैं बोल नहीं पाया. शायद मैं ये एग्जांपल कोट करता तो उनको और बेटर समझ में आता. वो शायद इसलिए हुआ कि the consistency which is required to prepare ourselves for those crucial 20 minutes is missing somewhere. That is number one. So the challenge, the solution to navigate this challenge is to focus on ourselves, to focus on skilling ourselves. CVs. I will go on CVs. I don't know. Because this time will, MBA first year student, then there will be MBA second year student also who will be preparing for their final placement. Are we interacting with our seniors on daily basis? That what challenges they are facing? Because after 1 year, you will be the one who will be landing in their shoes. Same company, the same campus environment, the same one page of CV, because being a fresher, it cannot be more than one page. But still, the CV is very crucial part. Because I post a vacancy on LinkedIn and trust me, I get 700 CVs also. But the screening is the first criteria which I adopt, not necessarily everyone will adopt it, the objective, the education, and also the most important is the internship. So, writing internship, and I did internship from Reliance or let's say Tata Group is not very important for me, at least while hiring a candidate. I generally looked at what you did in your internship, what project did you work, and when I interact with the student, I like to discuss the kind of project they did, the kind of knowledge they gain about the company where they did the internship in those two crucial 2 months of their summer internship or project internship. So CV is one part, one navigating solution which I would suggest as per the topic. Kilometers far in this new city in Mangalmay, I found a mentor in your only professor, and I followed him very closely. When I met him, see how mentorship influenced me. When I met Lalit sir 10 or 12 years back, he was super occupied in multiple things. He was a marketing professor, and I also remember he was doing his PhD also. I also remember that he was authoring too many books. So I discussed with my colleague that I met today with one of the professors through a common friend, and he's doing so much work. And even it was difficult to meet him on weekend also. So one thing I found and which has helped me a lot, not in terms of monetary, but especially how to navigate, how to draft a roadmap of my career, where I want to go, or how I want to go, because our attitude in this entire journey will decide our patience level also. So mentorship is very important. Now this mentorship you can find in your professors also, in your senior also, in your relative, in your father, anyone. But this mentorship is very important. Somebody you should have in your life to whom you should look up for suggestion or 5 minutes, 10 minutes a week to speak that this is what is going inside you. And from there I am coming from the mental health. It's not always that in this environment of technology or social media, ma'am asked where you are searching for a job. Many students replied, I am searching for a job on LinkedIn and Naukri.com or many other profiles. But I'm sure 90% of the time we are spending on the social media. Searching job is Naukri.com. For searching job, we are seeing the LinkedIn. But just to tell you, there are so many short-term, even hourly-based courses on LinkedIn, which you can just click set for an hour and get a certification also. What benefit you will get? One, a skill, and also one line to write on your CV. This certification, this will give me a sense as an employer that while doing an MBA, this student, this candidate is so much active in his or her surrounding that when 90% of the people are just seeing my post on LinkedIn and sending a CV, this person he or she has spent their time to skill herself. That is one. So I just talking about along with mentorship, why it is important? Because it will have a check on your mental health. Because there will be there will be many instances where you will feel low when you will not be getting a call from your prospect employer in the corridor. There are many logos of the companies. So I don't know how many of these names are very important, not only in terms of that your senior or alumni of this college have got placement, but also there is an opportunity of knowing those companies. What those, at least one company. So what we used to do, sir, in our MBA time, that we used to write a POV. POV is point of view. POV. Nobody is going to question. So any two student, along with your professor, you can write your point of view on any of the trend, on any of the news, which is prevailing in your surrounding, in your market. Point of view that whatever market is saying, whatever professors are saying, whatever books are saying, even if you have a different view, you can write in a small paragraph and you can get it published in one of the very good brochure I was just going. Or there might be some compendium of internal compendium where you can approach your professor and get it published also once it is approved. So, when I say POV, it means noting down your thoughts. So these all solutions, why I am suggesting it is very important to keep yourself occupied while navigating the darkness. When I say darkness, it is the word unemployment written on the flyer. Next, I would like to say, please, I don't know whether it is happening in this campus or not. If not, please initiate PPT competition. Even in the IIMs, even in the IITs, there is a PPT competition. One PPT challenge. Only in single PPT, you need to present an entire industry. And single PPT, but the way you present, the way you apply your innovation, curiosity, and all the keywords which Ricer and Mann has told in the framework, the C, the famous P, one PPT can represent an industry in such a way that me from a non-domain industry of that particular industry can have a sense at what this industry talks about. That is the PPT competition. This will help you to again to navigate that journey to get a employment. Then I will say, get yourself hands on because these 2 years are very crucial. In your crucial areas, I don't remember the name of the employer, sir, but there is a, this is good because in my time I don't have such a beautiful brochure. It's such a, I am Bangalore certification is also mentioned. Advanced Excel will help you to make your career in data analytics, digital marketing. So because this analytics mode is attached with every industry. So please see that you utilize your laptop fully in potential because it has MS Office. No, it won't affect whatever industry is flourishing, whatever industry is in trend today, but this small set of skill is definitely going to help you to sustain in those environments. And then I have mentioned content. When I say content, suppose even if you get a chance to speak on any topic or any issue, only those, because at the end, Rai sir also and Madam also asked that is there any question from the audience? First is, either we are not listening, or if listening, I am not able to channelize my to read and listen it, so it will make yourself your thought a content-rich thought. So wherein you can be able to speak on a particular topic, you can even channelize your thought in a way that you can ask relevant questions. So my suggestion would be keep reading so that you have a rich content that even if you get a chance to speak in an interview, those content, those examples, because quoting while replying to any question in an interview is a one way that you ask me a straight question, I give you a straight answer. But the difference is I interact with many students who, while replying to a question, also quote with example, also quote with some percentage, also quote with some data set. So, in a way, we promote them for a next one. So, content, when I say content, it means reading newspaper, navigating your mobile will also help you. That is one. And then soft skill. Soft skill, don't make it a point that when I will get an interview call, I will stand in front of a mirror or with my friend and try to respond to a question, tell me about yourself. Because if you will prepare one night before, I don't know how well you will reply about yourself, but the employer will get to know that what you are willing to use. So, knowing yourself means whatever you are quoting on your CV, you must be, it should, like most of the students, they fake their hobbies. They will write such a thing that if an interview will cross check with those hobbies or will ask certain question, so they are. Even if you are writing your hobby is a painting, know in and out about painting. This is all. And I want, without taking much time, last is the feedback. Let's get ready for feedback also, whether your professor or your parent or your relative or your friends give, because this feedback will help you. It will be just a reflection kind of thing that what you are currently. Feedback is not always about negative things, because whatever is being said about you is the current status which they have reflected in front of someone. So the person who is giving a feedback is not negative or positive. He is just letting you know that this is your status today. So we just need to think. So these are only solutions which I can suggest to all the MBA student, first year student. Navigation is easy. The only thing is that, and don't get carried away with ये ट्रेंड हो रहा है, वो ट्रेंड हो रहा है, मैं किस पे ट्रेंड हो रहा हूँ वो ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. When I did my MBA at that time also, people were opting for HR, marketing. My sense is that I need to opt for finance, and I opted finance. I entered into academic. I started with a professor or lecturer only, but I find though finance was my choice, but teaching, then I moved toward a corporate, and now I am working with government on the World Bank project, skilling project, government schemes. Now finally I have achieved what I like. So don't get carried away कि एक सीनियर ने तो बोला है कि डेटा एनालिटिक्स का जमाना है. नहीं है, मतलब this is not the right way of approaching toward your career. Focus on it कि मेरा वो कौन सा स्किल है जिससे मेरा जमाना बनेगा. Rather कि because this, as I have told, responding to the question of one of the students, change will always be there. Only thing we can make constant is myself. How will I know myself? Keep rating yourself. So if you have interested in particular X set, and even if that is not trending, go with it. Because that will help you to survive while you are getting the unemployment. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us the students. To sum up, we can say, first session, sir has thoroughly covered the topic. We emphasized on polishing our own skills. Sir has given us a suggestion for the PPT competition. We will surely do that, sir. And the main thing that we highlighted is believe in yourself and anything is possible. So that is the key we can say from this session. So till now we have studied well, we understand so far that adaptability is being ready for change. To sum up this session, in a conclusion we can say, every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. In the job market where things are always shifting, being adaptable is our secret weapon, we can say. It's not about what you know now, but how fast you can learn new stuff and roll with the punches. Thus, being adaptable is like having a shield against the uncertainties of the evolving job market, making us the superhero of our career story. Imagine adaptability as our superpower in the job world. We can say that is the punchline of this session today. So now I would like to invite Mr. Jan Srivastava on the stage to collect a memento from us as a token. And for that I would like to invite Director Ma'am on the stage. Thank you so much for your patience. Now I would like to invite Mr. Mangalmay, Manager of Child Services from Technic FMC on the stage to collect a memento from us.
उसको और एक होगा तुम बोलो एक मैम वाला
Thank you very much for the words of wisdom. So I think that's all for about today's session, technical session 3, and very soon we will be starting our validity session after some time. Okay, thank you. Another 5 minutes, we will be starting.